Hey everyone, Credit Shuffle here, and today we are going to be looking at the difference between these two cards, the Sapphire Reserve and the Amex Platinum, and asking which is better and for who. So first of all, let's get into classic Credit Shuffle mode. And let's first look at the annual fee, the actual annual fee before you subtract savings from travel credits, etc. that offset that fee. The Chase Sapphire Reserve is $450 per year, while the Amex Platinum is $550 per year. So the CSR obviously wins on that before we look into other aspects of the cards, which we'll do now. But then we have the travel credits, which can earn you back several $100s. The CSR features a $300 travel credit valid for any travel spending every year from your card's anniversary. It used to be every calendar year, meaning you could get it twice in your first year, but that changed this May. The Amex Platinum has a $200 travel credit for airline charges like baggage fees, in-flight entertainment, etc., and you have to select your airline first. You can, however, use it on some airlines to purchase airline gift cards. My friend Sebastian from Ask Sebi confirmed this, saying that he'd purchased gift cards from American Airlines worth $50 to $100, and he'd been reimbursed in the form of a statement credit on his Amex Platinum card. So we haven't used our travel credit yet, but we probably will follow his example and do the same thing, purchase gift cards from American Airlines, and fingers crossed we'll get reimbursed for them too. And then you can use those gift cards to actually book plane tickets, which makes the travel credit a lot more useful. But I'd still say that the Chase Sapphire Reserve wins on this aspect. The Amex Platinum features a $200 Uber credit that gives you $15 each month for Uber and $35 in December. Just remember, it's only valid for Uber rides in the United States. So if you use Uber a lot in the US, it's definitely easy to get value back through this perk. I've found that it's also valid for Uber Eats, the service that delivers food to you, also run by Uber. This is what I use it for most. So since the CSR doesn't feature anything like this, the Amex Platinum wins in this aspect. Both cards feature a global entry credit worth $100. So if we add together all the credits available, both cards' annual fees get cut down to $50 in the first year, assuming that you use the global entry credit, which you get once every 5 years, and then $150 every year after. But I'm going to say the CSR still wins on this, because although the annual fees work out the same at $150 once you take off all those credits, it's much easier to do with the Chase Sapphire Reserve's universal travel credit. You don't have to consciously take Uber once a month and work out which airline you're going to get gift cards from or use baggage fees from to get that money back. But that's just the money you can get back in cold hard cash. There are also other benefits that are very valuable if you're able to make use of them. Both cards feature Priority Pass airport lounge access, the CSR with unlimited guests and the Amex Platinum with up to 2 guests for free. We can value this at least $400, which is what it costs to join Priority Pass with unlimited lounge access, but you would still have to pay guest fees, so I would put the value even higher. I would have spent $216 so far in guest fees since I opened my Sapphire Reserve card a year ago, so I've actually saved over $600 when you combine it with what I would have paid for membership. But in addition, the Amex Platinum features Centurion Lounge membership, which are high quality Amex lounges. Only about 9 of them exist now, but they will open more in the future, plus entry to airspace lounges and Delta Sky Clubs when you're flying Delta. So on this front, the Amex Platinum really does win by a lot. Though the one advantage of the Chase Sapphire Reserve is you do get unlimited guests for Priority Pass. Could be useful if you have a big family. Now let's look at hotel gold statuses. The Amex Platinum gives you Hilton and SPG Gold status. Hilton Gold gets you room upgrades, welcome gifts, and also free breakfasts at some of the hotels in the group. The points guy values it at $980 per year. With SPG Gold, you also get room upgrades, late checkout, and you can status match to get Marriott Gold as well. No free breakfast though. The points guy values SPG Gold at $685 per year. But remember, you only get this value out of them if you actually stay in the hotels. The points guy estimates that you'd have to stay at Hilton properties 40 nights out of the year to actually get $980 worth of value out of the perk. He also estimates that with SPG you'd have to stay over 25 nights per year to get over $685 worth of value out of your gold status at SPG 2. The CSR doesn't give you any hotel elite statuses. Both cards do have some car rental privileges. The Amex Platinum gives you Hertz and Avis privileges such as upgrades, etc. And the Chase Sapphire Reserve gives you a 30% discount at Silver Card, which actually comes from Visa Infinite benefits rather than the Reserve itself, because it is a Visa Infinite card. But I would say on elite statuses, the Amex Platinum still wins by a long way on this aspect. Now let's look at earning points. Both cards earn points that can be used directly to book travel or transferred to airline and hotel partners. The CSR gets a 50% bonus when booking through Chase. For bonus categories, the CSR has the bonus category of travel and dining, which it earns 3 times points per dollar, as well as being able to transfer points over from the Chase Freedom, which has the 5x rotating categories. The Platinum earns 1 point on everything except for air travel and hotels booked through Amex Travel, where it earns 5 points per dollar. In this section, I would say the CSR wins. So in conclusion, if you're not someone who is regularly traveling by air and staying in Hilton and SPG hotels, I think you're really going to struggle to get the maximum value out of the Amex Platinum. And thus, for someone who's more of a leisure traveler who just wants to make their annual vacation a bit more enjoyable with some lounge access, as well as earn points so that they can get free flights and upgrades and that kind of thing, I would definitely recommend the Chase Sapphire Reserve for someone like you. It's just going to be a lot easier for you to get back the annual fee through your day-to-day spending of dining and traveling on buses, trains, Ubers, whatever. If you are a frequent business traveler though, who's often booking air tickets, I think the Platinum is definitely for you. A $3,000 business class ticket from New York to London, for example, is going to earn you 15,000 Amex points with those 5x categories on air travel. And then also with those hotel elite statuses, it will get you upgrades and stuff. So this is kind of a card for regular travelers and big spenders who really want the best of the best. So put even more simply, I would say if you want a card that's centered around earning points and getting rewards, go for the Sapphire Reserve. And if you want a card that's centered more around benefits like lounge access and hotel elite status, go for the Amex Platinum. But just be aware that you're going to have to travel a lot to really reap the benefits of the Amex Platinum. So guys, I hope that helps in deciding which one of these two cards to get. Please leave your comments below. Give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye.